There are cars that drive. There are cars that race. And then there is the Pagani Solis, a machine that doesn't move through the world but bends it around itself. Finished in a finish known as Aurora Oro, the Solis wears a radiant golden hue that shifts like sunlight seen through a glass of vintage champagne. It's not paint. It's alchemy, a living surface that refracts dawn itself across its carbon fiber skin. You don't look at the Solis. You witness it. Named after the sun, the Solis is Horacio Pagani's latest masterstroke, an electric hyper-Baroque sculpture that blends ancient art with quantum propulsion. It's not just engineering. It's philosophy on four wheels. From the front, the Solis greets you with elegance and wrath in perfect balance. Twin headlamps, nested inside gold-flaked carbon tunnels, glow with adaptive firelight, not LEDs, but crystalline laser optics that cast warmth, not just clarity. Between them, the front fascia curves like the prow of a celestial ship. The air intakes are asymmetrical, sculpted to channel wind in a choreographed ballet rather than simply redirect it. Above the grille, the Pagani emblem is forged from meteorite alloy, each unit carrying a unique cosmic signature. The hood flows like molten gold frozen in mid-pour, with symmetrical channels that guide airflow directly into the twin vortex fans nestled behind the cockpit. Side profile? A dance of tension and delicacy. The doors open in a sweeping scissor style, but unlike anything before, they arc upward with feather-like grace, powered by silent magneto-hydraulics. The body is a monolithic sweep of flowing gold, interrupted only by razor-thin vents etched with Da Vinci-inspired inscriptions, each car featuring bespoke engravings hand-drawn by Pagani's in-house artists. The wheels, 22-inch forged carbon gold hybrids, are shaped like solar flares, each spoke hand-sculpted, no two exactly alike. And they don't roll so much as hover with purpose, cloaked in magnetic air suspension that reads the road 10,000 times per second. At the rear, the Solis goes from celestial to divine. The taillights are forged from translucent amber and set into twin vertical fins, with a glowing arc of solar plasma across the rear diffuser. The quad exhaust? Still center-mounted, still iconic, but now they sing a symphony composed by algorithmic sound designers to mimic the harmonic overtones of classical violins. The active rear wing is a marvel, a golden leaf-thin panel that reshapes itself in real time based on ambient wind, corner G-load, and driver intent. At full tilt, it splits into 3 fins and creates 950 kilograms of downforce, enough to keep the Solis pinned through corners at speeds no human should dare attempt. Beneath this radiant architecture lives the heart of a new sun. The Solis runs on the Trinita Drive core, a triple-motor electric system powered by solid-state graphene batteries, woven into the structure of the car itself. These aren't power cells, they're living circuits. Each motor operates at near-zero latency and provides precise torque feedback to all 4 wheels, managed by Pagani's neural dynamic system called Solaris. Acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour? 1.9 seconds. Top speed? Uncapped, but limited only by tire physics. The real magic isn't how fast the Solis goes, but how it feels going there. Every surface, every reaction is tuned to communicate emotion. The throttle isn't binary. It's analog, pressure-sensitive, pulse-responsive. Press gently, and the Solis whispers forward like silk drawn across marble. Slam it, and the car transforms into a divine storm, hurling itself forward with a sound like sunlight being torn in half. Now step inside. You don't get into a Pagani Solis. You are welcomed into it. The cabin is a Renaissance cathedral of movement. Exposed golden carbon beams cross over the roof like Gothic arches. The seats? Floating thrones of golden Alcantara and obsidian black leather, each stitched with fiber-optic embroidery that pulses like breathing light. No screens. No buttons. Just 3 primary dials in the center, each carved from onyx, each embedded with tiny solar microcells. They control drive mode, cabin light temperature, and emotional resonance. Yes, emotional resonance, because the Solis doesn't just react to your inputs. It reacts to your energy. It reads your voice, your gaze, even your micro-expressions, and adjusts its ambient lighting, sound design, and suspension firmness accordingly. Sad? The Solis wraps you in warm gold light and lowers the volume. Focused? The drive stiffens. Angry? The response becomes sharper, until you remember what you're inside of and simply breathe. The steering wheel is hand-wrapped obsidian core carbon, with fingerprint sensors that unlock specific features based on the driver. The pedals are polished brass, linked directly to electromechanical pulse circuits, giving you the feeling of compressing lightning beneath your feet. Even the scent of the interior is curated. Pagani worked with master perfumers in Florence to craft a custom olfactory profile, a blend of warm amber, aged cedar, and the faintest note of ozone, like the air after a thunderstorm. Driving the Solis isn't about transportation. It's about revelation. On the road, or better yet, the open Italian coast, the Solis glides. Roads curve toward it, light bends around it. It doesn't dominate the pavement, it liberates it. Every corner is a conversation between physics and art. Every straightaway, a cathedral corridor of speed and serenity. And yet, it's quiet when you want it to be. In Zen mode, the motors whisper and the cabin feels like floating in sunlight. In Tempesta mode, the golden beast awakens, all torque and glory. Only 72 Pagani Solis units will ever be built. Why 72? Because it's the number of solar harmonics used by ancient Italian alchemists in the study of divine proportion. Of course, each one is different. Each one has a soul. And if you're lucky enough to see one, stop, watch, respect it, because this isn't a car. This is the sun, bottled, engineered, and set free on 4 wheels. Like what you've seen. Subscribe, ring the bell, and tell us in the comments, would you drive a work of art you're afraid to touch? Next episode, Bentley goes translucent with the crystal drive. You won't believe how it looks in the dark.